Yo, what is up guys? Delboy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. Hopefully you guys are doing well. If you're new here, smash that like, hit subscribe, all of that good stuff. Now, on the surface, when I describe this fight, you may think this was a barn burner. You know, a heavyweight fight, two big lumps going at it. One guy got dropped 3 times in the first round, and then he came back to win by securing 2 knockdowns in the third and, ending up stopping his opponents. If I were to say that, you would say, well, that sounds like a great fight. That sounds well exciting. Well, not really, because to me, this fight looked like a fix. This fight just didn't look right, in my opinion. It really didn't look right. Where do I start with this one? So Dubois wins by a 3rd round stoppage, and even the stoppage itself was bogus in my opinion. I think they could have let this one go on, so that's another thing to complain about. But the first round of this fight was very weird. Kevin Lerena, obviously the smaller man, but he's boxing out of a southpaw stance. And it looks like that he's got a speed advantage on Daniel Dubois. But early on in the first round, basically both guys were going jab for jab. Neither guy really committing to many power shots. Dubois throwing that jab from the orthodox stance, and Lerena throwing it from the southpaw stance. You know, that sort of thing. Typical first round affair, really, early on in the first round. And then all of a sudden, in the first round, Kevin Lerena catches Dubois with like an overhand left, I believe it was, and it barely skims the top of Dubois' head. Dubois goes flailing backwards and he hits the canvas. And when he gets up, you can tell that he's on unsteady legs. He's not right. Now for me, I was questioning whether it was a punch or whether his knee just went, because to me the punch was so innocuous. And yeah, the way Dubois responded, it looked like his knee was hurt. But he gets up, he beats the count, but he looks on unsteady legs. Lerena then follows up and lands, again, a decent but relatively, it wasn't that powerful, he lands a decent straight left hand. Dubois takes it, but then a couple of seconds later he takes a knee. Dubois once again beats the count, carries on, again, kind of insinuating that his knee's gone. Lerena approaches him. He lands some, I don't think he even landed, to be honest. He threw a flurry of punches, arm punches, nothing special, kind of crowded Dubois, and Dubois went down on his own accords yet again, 3rd knockdown. So 3 knockdowns in the first round for Kevin Lerena, and by all rights, Daniel Dubois looked dead and buried, to be honest. But he gets through the round. In between rounds, Dubois says to Shane McGuigan that his knee's gone, his knee's hurt. Shane McGuigan then gives him some instructions not to overextend, keep it long, just stick behind the jab and play it safe early on, play it safe basically. That's what Shane McGuigan said. And he sends Dubois back out. And in round 2, Dubois really didn't do all that much. He still looked unsteady to me. He landed a good straight right to the body and a decent, I think it was a right hand left hook combination. He landed a couple of good punches in round 2, but he really didn't do anything. And Kevin Lerena did absolutely nothing in round 2, despite knocking him down 3 times in the first round. It was almost like he wasn't supposed to do that. That's what it looked like to me, because Kevin Lerena did nothing in the second round. I think he landed 1 left hand. I mean, it was bizarre from Kevin Lerena. Here we have a guy coming from South Africa, not a big boxing base in South Africa right now. He's not a big name. He's fighting here in the UK against Dubois, a highly hyped guy. You'd think he'd actually go in there and try to complete the upset, try and get the knockout. Try and force it on Dubois. We've seen Dubois take that knee already, twice now. Why didn't Lerena put some punches together? Get aggressive. Try to find that chin again. Go for the knockout. Why? I mean, he had Dubois down 3 times in the first round. I mean, bizarre from Kevin Lerena in the second round. And it wasn't like he was caught by anything in that first round to make him wary. It wasn't like he got caught towards the end of the third round. and you know, buzzed or anything like that. He wasn't caught by anything serious at that point. So why he was so cautious is beyond me. Well, I say it's beyond me. My guess is that this fight was a fix that Lerena came to lay down. That's my guess. Again, he does absolutely nothing in the second round. He just stands in front of Dubois doing nothing. I gave the second round to Dubois. And the third round was where it ended. Once again, Lerena approaching it in a similar fashion to how he approached the second round. Kind of, you know, standing in front of Dubois, relatively kind of a high guard, not quite, a little wide. The guard was a little wide. Standing in front of Dubois, throwing the odd jab here and there. Dubois gets his feet set, and he throws a 1-2. Quick 1-2, a straight right hand penetrates the guard of Kevin Lerena. Lerena then goes down. Lerena gets up. Dubois then jumps all over him. Forces Lerena back to the ropes, and he lands a series of power shots. Clubbing right hands around the side, left hook to the body. He came through the middle with a good right uppercut. And a barrage of punches. Lerena did look hurt, to be honest. But the referee then jumps in and waves it off, basically as the round ended. I mean, they could have let this fight go on. You know, so not only was it a premature stoppage, but Kevin Lerena in this fight, his tactics were bizarre. I mean, even in the first round, yeah, he dropped Dubois 3 times, but it wasn't like he was going after him, you know? He wasn't being forceful with it, and in the second round, man, I mean, that was embarrassing. Again, he did absolutely nothing. This fight, this to me reeks of a fixed fight. You know, I mean, again, watch the fight, watch the first round, and then see how Lerena responds. To me, it's bizarre. I think that, you know, I think that Lerena got the memo. He wasn't supposed to win this fight, and he acted accordingly. So with that being said, I never want to see Lerena fight again. Bum. Absolute bum. No ambition. Bum. As for Daniel Dubois, let's be real. I've seen enough now from Daniel Dubois, and he ain't doing shit. That guy's a glass cannon. And yeah, next time he steps back up, Dubois is going to get iced. He's going to get found out once again. I mean, could he even beat the likes of a Dillian White? I don't think so. Could he beat Derek Chisora? Probably not. I think he's too soft. I've said it. Because at the end of that first round, going back to his corner, Dubois wanted out, and Shane McGuigan basically persuaded him to stick in with it. He wanted out. He's not hard enough. He ain't hard enough. It's as simple as that. This fight was a farce, and in my opinion, it was a fix. Share your thoughts below. Peace.